What's the worst cheating story you've ever heard? In a twisted tale of betrayal and heartbreak, my biological mother's closest confidant received a devastating diagnosis of stage 4 lung cancer. In a seemingly compassionate move, we welcomed her, along with her husband and daughter, into our home. Little did we know that this gesture of kindness would lead to a series of reprehensible actions. My mother, driven by selfish desires, engaged in a morally reprehensible affair with her friend's husband, resulting in an unplanned pregnancy. To escape the consequences of their actions, they callously placed the ailing friend in a nursing home, leaving her to face the inevitable alone. Tragically, she passed away without the support of those she had considered her closest allies. My relationship with my bio-mom soured irreparably in the aftermath of her friend's demise. Rather than expressing remorse, she callously flaunted her newfound wealth derived from life insurance, conveniently acquired through marriage. Meanwhile, the deceased friend's 19-year-old daughter, struggling with homelessness and caring for a toddler, was left abandoned. The appalling depths of my bio-mom's actions became even clearer when considering the origins of their friendship. As a counselor, my mother had crossed professional boundaries by becoming emotionally entangled with the daughter at a young age, initially serving as her mental health caseworker. What began as an attempt to help spiraled into a heartbreaking betrayal that affected numerous lives, including my mother's own family. Adding to the disturbing narrative, my bio-mom's own mother faced a parallel tragedy during her pregnancy, succumbing to stage 4 lung cancer within a mere 7 weeks. The newborn never had the chance to meet her grandmother. It's difficult not to draw a connection between the two events, as if karma, in a cruel twist, exacted its toll through the loss of loved ones. In this tale of deceit, infidelity, and callousness, the web of suffering extends far beyond the initial victim, leaving a trail of broken lives and shattered trust. Story 2. I served as an IT contractor for the Department of Defense, NMCI for those who are interested. One day, our team received a keyword alert regarding an email conversation. As we delved deeper, we discovered that it involved the same group of individuals. Curiosity piqued, we decided to investigate the email and its thread. To our astonishment, we found that a senior chief was engaging in conversations with several women under his chain of command, with whom he was having extramarital affairs. Shockingly, some of these women were even pregnant with his children. Meanwhile, the senior chief himself was married and had 4 kids with his wife. What initially began as a routine investigation into inappropriate email discussions quickly escalated into a full-blown scandal. The repercussions were far-reaching, resulting in the dissolution of multiple marriages and numerous confrontations with the infuriated commanding officer. This incident served as a stark reminder to everyone involved. Never engage in foolish behavior on company email, and especially not on DoD servers. Story 3. Case that I was intimately involved in and have extensive knowledge of. Within this captivating narrative, filled with fabricated identities, we delve into the lives of a couple in their mid-30s, John and Karen. Their world takes a tumultuous turn when Sandy, Karen's younger sister, for the purpose of this story, an 18-year-old woman, finds herself in desperate need of a new living arrangement due to turmoil within her own home. John, Karen, and Sandy embark on a new chapter, sharing the same roof. As time passes, an unexpected and seemingly innocent bond forms between John and Sandy. They engage in cozy activities, such as watching movies together in bed, often enjoyed by all 3 housemates. However, beneath this facade of innocence lies a hidden secret. Months into this unconventional living arrangement, Karen is confronted with a devastating truth. John and Sandy have been engaging in a clandestine and illicit sexual relationship, taking advantage of Karen's absence. This revelation leaves an indelible mark on Karen's life, forever altering her sense of trust and security. Fast forward 3 years, and the consequences of this profound betrayal continue to reverberate. John and Sandy persist in their relationship, while Karen remains deeply scarred by the events, grappling with the arduous journey of healing from the emotional turmoil inflicted upon her. Story 4. Allow me to share a unique story, not my own, but that of my closest friend. He was deeply and passionately in love with a remarkable woman, envisioning a future together through marriage. Their shared life was filled with joy and contentment as they resided under the same roof, cherishing each moment. As a thoughtful gesture for his birthday, she surprised him with a plane ticket, enabling him to visit me. During his time away, he maintained regular contact with her, yet something within him sensed an unsettling aura. Each time he concluded a conversation with her, he couldn't shake the feeling that all was not as it seemed. His intuition, like a tingling spidey sense, persisted. Upon his return, he discovered undeniable evidence that another person had been present in their shared abode. Initially, she vehemently denied any wrongdoing, but eventually, the truth emerged. She confessed to inviting a male co-worker into their home, exploiting the opportunity provided by the gift of the plane ticket for a 3-day escapade of passion and intimacy. My dear friend was shattered, his heart irreparably broken. The journey to heal from this profound betrayal spanned years, as he navigated the depths of emotional turmoil. Edit. It is important to note that this incident occurred many years ago. My friend has since found solace and happiness in a loving and fulfilling relationship. As for the woman in this tale, her path took a different turn. Life's challenges led her down a treacherous path of substance abuse and dependency. Eventually, she found herself on the brink of homelessness, seeking refuge with an older, controlling man solely for a place to rest her head. In the end, it seems that fate dealt each individual their just desserts as the consequences of their actions unfolded. Story 5. One of my close friend's husband made a shocking decision while his wife was still recovering from childbirth. He hired a prostitute for just $40 and invited her over to their house while he was taking care of their newborn. He even had sex in their own bed while his wife was asleep nearby. My friend found out about this betrayal much later, when her husband went missing from his job at the school where they both worked. She discovered that he had been arrested or detained by the police because he had reported being blackmailed. The prostitute he had hired had started demanding more and more money, and my friend's husband had turned to a loan shark to pay her off. When the prostitute continued to demand more money, he tried to report her to the police and lied about his involvement. The police, however, were suspicious and found out that he had hired her. As a result, my friend's husband was fired from his job at the school, which devastated my friend. To add insult to injury, her mother-in-law blamed her, saying that she hadn't slept with her husband during some of the pregnancy, which caused her a lot of pain at the end of her pregnancy. Despite everything, my friend is still with her husband. I can't stand him and feel nothing but anger and frustration every time I think about him. It's infuriating that she's still with such a gaping asshole. Story 6. I have a chilling tale to share about an individual I once knew during my time immersed in the streets. This person had managed to assemble a harem of 5 older women, all of whom were either engaged in extramarital affairs or divorced, each with their own homes. However, the most disturbing aspect of this person's character lay beyond mere infidelity. In a shocking confession, he revealed to me his deliberate pursuit of lonely, older women. His intention was to ensnare them in a web of methamphetamine addiction, much like his own, so that he could manipulate them into relying on him for their drug supply. This calculated approach ensured that he always had a place to rest his head at night and a source of financial support whenever he needed it. This was not just a casual endeavor for him. It was his vocation, his purpose in life. He devoted himself entirely to this twisted scheme. When he first disclosed this information to me, I was astounded to realize that I was conversing with a genuine psychopath. Although I wish I could say that I severed all ties with him immediately, the unfortunate reality was that, at the time, he served as my drug dealer, making it difficult to completely cut off contact. He would regale me with tales of how he manipulated these women, boasting about how he had effortlessly extracted $500 from one by concocting a story about his impending rent payment. The following day, he would repeat the same narrative to another woman, successfully extracting $400 from her. And the night after that, he would engage in sexual encounters with a third woman, as her husband would be absent. He juggled these women as if it were a business, because to him, it truly was. The level of manipulation and control he exerted over their lives was nothing short of mind-boggling. It is important to note the sheer madness and darkness that consumed this individual's existence. Story 7. I have a unique story to share about an individual I know who engaged in a pattern of infidelity while his girlfriend was away in another state pursuing an advanced degree. It seemed that he intended to put an end to his unfaithful behavior once she completed her program and joined him in his state. They even took the significant step of moving in together and securing an apartment. One fateful day, while my acquaintance was taking a shower, his phone incessantly buzzed with incoming messages. Curiosity got the best of his girlfriend, and she couldn't resist investigating the source of these notifications. To her dismay, she discovered a username associated with the messages and decided to reach out to this person directly, using her own account. What transpired next was a brutally honest exchange. The other girl, who had been involved with my acquaintance, did not hold back in her response. She revealed the painful truth, confessing that she had been engaging in intimate encounters with him regularly, including as recently as the previous weekend, right in their new apartment and even in their shared bed. The details unfolded, painting a devastating picture of betrayal and deceit. This revelation shattered the trust and stability that the girlfriend had hoped to find in their relationship. The emotional impact of discovering such a profound betrayal in their own home was undoubtedly overwhelming. Story 8. During my time working at a factory, I encountered a complex situation involving two individuals whom we'll refer to as Ben and Sarah. Ben held the position of maintenance supervisor, while Sarah worked in setup, specializing in a specific production line. Tragically, Ben's wife received a devastating diagnosis of terminal cancer. It was during this challenging period that Ben began engaging in an affair with Sarah. Despite his marital commitment, he made promises to Sarah, fueled by his financial means, that they would eventually escape to a serene cabin nestled in the mountains of British Columbia once his wife passed away. One fateful night shift, while working in the maintenance office, I stumbled upon Ben and Sarah engaging in an intimate encounter. Regrettably, I chose not to report this discovery, as I was young and foolish at the time. To everyone's surprise, Ben's wife defied the odds and triumphed over her terminal diagnosis, ultimately surviving. As a result, Ben abruptly ended his relationship with Sarah, shattering the promises he had made. The devastating consequences of this sudden abandonment took a toll on Sarah's mental well-being, leading her to seek treatment in a mental hospital. Sadly, I never had the opportunity to see or interact with her again following that distressing incident. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel not to miss new cool videos. See you soon!